What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing!
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must've got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing!
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless.
Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans. We are here. We are live, little ECAC coming at you. This is the Rocket League playoffs here, and unfortunately, we have had a little bit of delay action. One of the players, there has been an update here recently, so unfortunately, given the time crunch here, Danger Taco and I will not be able to bring you this first round of the Rocket League playoffs. Now, this match will be played off stream here between your Louisville squad and the University of Albany, but we simply do not have enough chronological resource. That's time, people, to be able to get all of that done. Of course, we want to give a huge shout out to the people and organizations who do make this possible. First and foremost, that's HyperX, as well as League Spot. Got Dream Seat coming in hot as well. That's the top tier esports chairs and whatnot. Danger Taco and I were talking about this yesterday. Any player, just strictly and directly gauged by the quality, the esports chair they put under them. It has nothing to do with learning the game, learning more about it, watching your favorite players, coaching. None of this. It's simply the esports chair in which you place your rear end when you play. That is Dream Seat. That's where you can get some of those top tier esports chairs. CSMG, the Collegiate Sports Management Group, huge shout out to that organization as well for helping to make this one here possible. I want to give a huge shout out to our production staff. That's EMP Live Design, specifically Colton. Anything you need done live broadcast wise, EMP Live Design really is the place to get it. I Buy Power, huge shout out to them, as well as Esports Gear, providing a lot of that top tier esports peripherals. And by that, of course, I mean your clickety clacks, your keyboards, mice, whatnot, your headsets, and kind of like the fine one that you see Danger Taco there sporting. But last but certainly not least, of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Lenovo Legion, because Lenovo Legion, of course, knows that you play to win. And in order to stand out from your competition within these games and whatnot, you of course need that hardware, the equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and your action. How convenient that the Legion Y25 monitor delivers those wins in toughest and most critical of competition situations. It does have that extreme 1 millisecond or less than 1 millisecond response time, has a 240 hertz refresh rate as well to really be able to get you as much response time and frames as physically possible, really. Legion Y25 doesn't just do that, it does a whole lot more. It's got, of course, got that built-in the built-in NVIDIA G-Sync. That's what it is, of course. G-Sync here for NVIDIA, and of course does have that 24.5-inch display. So that's just over 2 feet, right, Danger Taco?
Yeah, I do believe last time I checked, 24.5 is in fact more than 2 feet. So you do get that nice display, but of course, being able to have a nice little arm to hang your headset on the side, ergonomic changing, be able to put it around in certain angles, because sometimes people like to stand when they play or be able to mount the monitor a little bit higher and tilt it down. Either way you want it, the Lenovo Y25 is able to adjust it to your setup, but also for any type of game you're playing, getting those frames without screen tearing. And that's exactly what you do need. That is, in fact, the science that has come back. More frames equals more gains in the game. You have more crisp picture of what's going on. You can react quicker because you see it faster than when you are on that basic 60 frames per second. So certainly something that you want to invest in. And so thank you, Lenovo, for allowing us to spread the good news to these people, and also for making events like this possible.
Absolutely. Again, that's CSMG, Dream Seat, EMP Live Designs, Esports Gear, HyperX, I Buy Power, that's League Spot, and Legion by Lenovo. Once again, this match will be played off stream here. We will try to avoid any kind of forfeit situations, of course, in your playoff ECAC situations here. And we'll be back with you guys in about 15 minutes or so, a little hot and spicy Overwatch action. For right, I will be back there with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't believe Danger Taco will be joining me then. Is that correct?
No, I'm not an Overwatch guru. I have not played I don't think, actually, to this day, a singular minute of Overwatch. Probably only 30 seconds, but nothing beyond that. So I can't, in good conscience, actually join you on the broadcast. But I'm sure you'll kill it. And, of course, all the ECAC talent here are just so good at what they do. So you're in for a treat, everyone in chat.
Absolutely. We'll be leaving our stream here live about 15 minutes or so. We'll be going live for a little pre-show action for your Overwatch playoffs here for the ECAC. That is the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference. Thank you guys for watching. We apologize for the delays and whatnot. We'll be back with you here in about 15 minutes.
Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. Odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
Hello and welcome, Overwatch fans. We are here and we are live. Little ECAC Overwatch action coming at you. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm joined with the GOAT Dryad here with me. Dryad, how are we doing today?
Doing good. Excited for the matches today. It's been a long season, but it's almost over. We have only a couple more weeks to go to define who's going to be on top. And what a better way to define it than the matches that we're going to have, right? It's only going to be one. It's going to be Louisiana Tech against Florida Atlantic University. So pretty good team so far.
Absolutely. This is the first round here of the playoffs. Once again, just in case you were joining us with the Rocket League earlier, that has been delayed. We'll get you results of that just as soon as we can get them. Overwatch now, though. Louisiana Tech coming in here, a 4-3 record from that regular season, Dryad, whereas Florida Atlantic University coming in at 4-4, playing their full 8 matches on this one. So a slight difference in the regular season performances, but really not that big.
It's really not that big, but most of the matches that we've seen throughout the entire broadcast that we had for this, it's been all about 3-0. It was 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 every single time. Yeah. Besides 1 or 2 times where it was a 5 map. And it doesn't really happen very often. So the question is, even though they look very close when it comes to the scores, is it still going to be a close match? Because there's a lot of teams that like to force a rush. There's other teams that really like to force a double bubble. So it's a matter of, can they adapt to the enemy and see if we can make it a little bit more competitive compared to what we've seen in prior weeks?
I hear you. Been a little spring cleaning look-likes earlier on with a lot of sweeps coming out. Those brooms kind of coming on out. A whole lot of those threes. Not so much the reverse sweeps, but hey, maybe we'll have that here on today. It would be a fantastic way, Dryad, to start off this first round of playoffs for the ECAC. Undying glory and honor on the line here for these teams. We'll be looking at a single elimination playoffs, Dryad. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's only really one opportunity for other teams to get something done. So it's difficult, right? And that is why adaptation becomes the key for anyone, being able to adapt to different compositions and also the flexibility for all the players individually, because many times, and I'm thinking of Florida Atlantic, I've had the opportunity to see this team before in another tournament, and you don't really have a lot. You pretty much are playing to your strengths more than anything else, but because the season was longer, a lot of changes can happen throughout, and we're gonna find out today.
Absolutely. We are looking at Lijiang Tower up first, and Dryad, correct me if I'm wrong, but this will be loser picking afterwards, with the winners picking the sides of the individual maps that are picked by the losers. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So pretty much standard that we see in Overwatch. We go into the first map, and then depending on the vibe for both of the teams, they go into the next one. But this is it. It's going to be the start of those playoffs. Everything's playing pretty standard so far for the team. We see the Reinhardt, of course, the Junker that's going to put a lot of pressure, and already the side of Florida Atlantic getting to point.
Yeah, so Florida Atlantic simply getting there a lot faster with the utilization of that teleport. Now, Spider down, a lot of flack from the top right now as Mad Dizzle really just having the time to run around at this one. Tonebone, Mad Dizzle both pairing for a pick a piece on this. The DPS for the Louisiana squad already getting this one going. Kind of a slow burn it's looking like too after the main support now deleted from Florida Atlantic. There's the second support. And Louisiana Tech has effectively won this first team fight.
Very interesting as well with the composition, especially because Florida Atlantic, they were the ones who took control of the space first, but they couldn't win the fight. They couldn't get that close as we see Louisiana Tech being able to do. And especially in a very unusual composition that we see, it's often the Reinhardt and Desaria, maybe the Reinhardt and the D.Va being played, but this time around, Louisiana bringing up something new.
Indeed, we'll see how this one works. Florida Atlantic really getting up close and personal as of right now. This is Ehud on the other side, really causing a lot of flack right here, and Florida Atlantic forcing the space right now, forced to respect it. That's Louisiana Tech, and we see a point flip just like that. Not even any deaths until just now. Ehud, the tank, dropping to Louisiana Tech. Full casting on the other side, done, and that's going to be a Mad Dizzle, who not only gets a kill, Dryad, that's a fair, actually got to finish her voice line.
Yeah, for the first time, many, because it's so rare to see, but a little more control Louisiana Tech is trying to get here. They have to fight for the point. It's going to be the pulse, but actually connecting, getting 2 kills. And that is finally the point swinging back. 30%, trying to get a little bit more as Florida Atlantic. They're going to come back with a couple ultimates. They're going to have the amplification to start out the fight, and then ideally the shatter connecting to one of the enemies.
Yeah, so I like how Florida Atlantic was still able to take at least a little bit of percentage earlier. It might have been a losing fight at the end of the day, but still 25 seconds, nothing to balk at. Getting back into this one, going back at it. Florida Atlantic from the side, Sound Barrier dropping down bottom. Sovamask and the rest of this Florida Atlantic squad are going to be looking decent for the rest of this, and then just playing the calm hand right here. Louisiana Tech just waits out the Sound Barrier. They get no benefit from it on this side. Now, Spider dropping theirs just in the nick of time. Ehud, the first to fall for Louisiana Tech yet again. There's the barrage with no support down under. That's two now. We never get that drive. We never get two barrages full voice line finished.
A really good comeback as well that we saw in the ultimates coming through for Louisiana. They decided to use the Sound Barrier after, and it benefited the team so much just to get that extra aggression to come through towards the end, being able to capture the point in just a little bit as Florida. I don't think they're just fighting to get any more percentage on the point, and they're finally able to do it. They're going to pass at 60%, potentially 55 it seems like, while Louisiana Tech, they continue being in control.
So it just kind of seems like ZHS Forever is just not really enough. Outside of Soapmouse, that's the only hit scans that Florida Atlantic has to really deal with this Mad Dizzle Pharmacy combination up top.
That is why Louisiana Tech wanted to bring this composition. It's so disruptive. It can make so much space as well with the Wrecking Ball, who's about to have the minefield again, and it becomes so much more difficult. You're just relying on the Blizzard for Florida Atlantic to connect effectively, and that way you have that space that the Wrecking Ball would create.
And we're looking at almost one fight territory now. 86% for the Louisiana Tech squad. Turning left, turning right. CHS there gets one off, and have that pharmacy combination does get deleted quickly. Now with Bird Boy down as well, it's not going to be any res capable, and that's just outside that 99 cusp right there for the contest to come in, and Florida Atlantic put this point back over and start taking ticks of their own.
Thank you. 70 and counting for Florida Atlantic, with the potential to get just a little bit more, and it forced to change to Reinhardt. So two off tanks that we see on this team, and it can be very difficult to manipulate, especially when you have a Zenyatta and a Mercy that have to play behind everyone else, and without shields everything becomes a lot more difficult. Maybe the Valkyrie can be the initiation for that healing.
Tonebone going from a rock to a hard place, getting away from the hook right there and going right into a flashbang. CHS can easily win that one off. Only failed member of either squad so far. Louisiana Tech benefits from Sound Barrier for the time being, but gets no aggression and gets no benefit for it. Yet again, ZHS flipping attention to the top right there and coming back. That's the timing all day long. Oh my goodness. Now there at the end, that was pretty impressive now. So that was a boot by, what was that, Mad Dizzle at the very, very end to actually have gotten this Cole Cassidy out and away. No 12 o'clock for you, and just like that, we have a very competitive series on our hands already, Dryad.
When you see maps like this one start so close, it's already a good indication of the future maps that we're gonna see. So it's really, really nice to see between them, almost getting to 100, both of them, but of course only one can take the victory there. They have one more chance here in Legion Tower, so we gotta see if they're gonna bring any changes. I'm already pretty impressed with the compositions that they brought to the table, with the Roadhog being played from beginning to end, and on top of that you're gonna have the Wrecking Ball that we saw that was really effective at being in the backline, being disruptive, being able to put a little bit of pressure. So now we're gonna see if the side of Louisiana Tech is able to put another fight. We're gonna see the teleporter, everyone trying to get to the point as soon as possible, and whoever gets there first has a bigger benefit here.
Absolutely. Both showing the May picks as well. These are pretty similar. No, excuse me. These are mirror compositions coming on into this one. Spider. And you have their Immortality Field invested. So does Sovamask. Both done and deleted. And we are going to get a very full reset. Okay. Okay. We're going to be getting this one sent all the way back. You get these beautiful faces back on camera for a few seconds, guys. What I want to do at this point is give a shout out to some of the organizations, some of the people that have made this here possible, in case you're just joining us. Huge shout outs to League Spot, as well as CSMG, that's a Collegiate Sports Management Group. I want to give a huge shout out to our production company, that's EMP Live Designs in Colton specifically, producing away and making our jobs, Dryad, as casters just so much easier, and we really, really do appreciate that. looking at esports gear as well, some of that top tier esports hardware, peripherals, and otherwise. You can find it over there at esports gear and kind of find out what they've been doing on their website and their Twitter. iBuyPower is not a name that anybody should be hearing for the first time. It's an organization that has come forth and provided a lot of gamers, at least here in North America where I'm at, with that with the ability to go forth and get their PCs made. They have that the pick apart type thing on their website as well, Dryad. If this is the first time you've heard iBuyPower's name, perhaps you need to watch a little more North American esports. Huge shout out as well to the to the folks over there at Legion by Lenovo. Want to talk a little for a second about their monitor as well. Now, I've been freaking about that arm, the mic arm, you know, Dry, because I always I'm so bad about dropping my microphone that everybody who's gaming with me gets just right against their ears and whatnot. So this mic arm really it is the hands down best quality of this monitor. I'm just playing around. The Legion Y25 monitor, you're looking at a 24.5-inch monitor, so that's more than 2 feet of space from corner to corner as well. You're looking at a less than 1 millisecond delay, and you're looking at a 240 hertz refresh rate right here. So that's a whole lot of G-synced frames are going to be coming in for you. Whatever esport it is that you're playing, I think it's easy to say that the response rate, matter of frames and refresh rate and whatnot of any monitor is going to be paramount to coming forth and really performing whatever esport you do choose to compete in, especially the higher up that you get in some of these competitions and whatnot. The higher up you get, really more required at that point to have that kind of top tier esports hardware, Dryad.
Yeah, absolutely. So huge thank you for those sponsors to making it happen. And it seems like we're back in the game. It seems like we are ready to, see a little bit more of what we saw, right? So the teleporter going in, going to be all the action coming through because everyone gets there right at the same time.
Whoa, little Reinhardt all the way. That's mostly going to be Florida Atlantic flushing out these members of Louisiana Tech. JZB, excuse me, not willing to get rid of this diva as well. And this first team fight going to be decided pretty handily. Just to clarify, guys, first point has gone Florida Atlantic there. That first map was completed, and point did go their way.
So one more to go for this side of Florida Atlantic, and trying to find if they are able to get something done this time around. If you're on the other side, getting a little bit of percentage early on would be ideal, but they're already at a disadvantage. Going to make a couple changes again with the Wrecking Ball and the Diva. Pretty unusual, pretty non-standard, if I would say, for this composition, just because you need to get in and there's no shield.
Yeah, so shield break will be decent for the side of Tone Bone here. The first time we see this Hanzo on board, and there's a fine showing to start this one off. Headshots left, right, and center. Take one out from the May players. Turn attention to the Sim here, and that's going to be the DPS is deleted for Florida Atlantic. Even with that, though, even with the lack of damage coming in, this is Electron just doing exactly what they need to. Now Mad Dizzle come through. The headshot action from them. Tired of us talking about another DPS duo here, Triad. 55%, 56%. Florida Atlantic on a roll right now.
The kills are coming through for Louisiana Tech, but that is not enough to control the whole point, and that is the most difficult part of this map, really, just cleaning up the fight and making sure that no one else is going to touch, especially when you have members like a Diva, like a Wrecking Ball that are going to put the challenge into the point. As more and more continues to go for Florida Atlantic, they're going to have this sound barrier as well, and on top of that, the protection barrier, so a lot of protection that we see being used already.
Yeah, so that's going to be Dragons out as well. They do little more than just kind of intimidate members of this Florida Atlantic team. No value from that one so far. Not for lack of trying, and Tone's already up to about 30%. Here it comes! There's the Transcendence in the middle of things, but the Shatter lands on nothing. Electron just swinging away in the backfield right now, not with the rest of the squad, but doesn't look like that's really going to matter. Ehu did get rezzed up there through the thick of things. The other tank, the side of Louisiana Tech is there, but my God, Florida Atlantic, even with a Blizzard to boot right here, nothing doing. Map number one looking very different, Dryad. Map number two.
Yeah, number 1 and number 2 looking pretty different here, but this is the last chance. Everyone trying to touch further side of Louisiana Tech. There's only a minefield as the Wrecking Ball is able to get a point. Barely misses it, and with that, it's going to be Florida Atlantic getting away with the victory for Legion Tower. And like you said, a big difference between map 1 and map 2, where the first one looked very, very close, but this one not at all.
Not at all, not even a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Drive, but I don't believe the Louisiana Tech came through and actually took any of these team fights in our second game right there. Obviously, Florida Atlantic got the dub on the first map. That was 97 to 100. I wrote it down right here, right? 0 to 100 is pretty quantitatively different.
Right. Even if the kills were coming through, they just couldn't clean up the fight, and that was the biggest mistake that I saw. I think the composition wasn't really working out for them, and to me, it already seems like this is a team for the side of Louisiana. They like to play the Wrecking Ball. They like to play a little bit more of that dive style. So we can definitely predict a little bit more of maps that are going to enable that composition for success coming through for them, especially when they get the chance to. And is going to be an escort map. Those maps, we know them for a lot of high grounds that you can take control of and a lot of space that you can control with the Wrecking Ball that I just want to predict they're probably going to bring in again.
Yeah, I mean, Ehud was doing a fantastic job of playing this Wrecking Ball, but I just kind of feel like a little bit more support would have been the difference between Ehud being able to come in and again, just playing that super annoyance, right? That thorn in the side constantly while the rest of the team is able to purchase space, to rotate around, get the healings and whatever it is, just that tiny bit more support from Ehud, I think would have been able to see them coming in and getting these plays off, like not the first one on a life, right? Not like when you're coming in, not necessarily that full 600, right? If they'd gotten that support, and especially if Ehud was able to get some of these minefields off and then even hit a player or two, or if the rest of the team was able to come forth and then like kind of utilize their CC to knock them into the minefield, we might have seen like a little bit of a difference, at least in game number 2. But hey, let's stay crouching at this point, Triad.
Yeah, and anything can happen, especially, again, if Florida or if Louisiana Tech is enabled with a dive map. That is really the biggest win condition that I can see for them, just because they were forcing it over and over again. And they had some really good kills. They had some really good initiation. We saw the Hanzo getting 2 in a row. We saw a kill as well coming through with the Zenyatta, but it just didn't connect in the holistic view of those fights. So a little bit unfortunate for them. And I'm thinking if it's a scored map, I would say something like Gibraltar would be pretty good, but we're going to see what they're going to bring today.
It looks like we're getting the Rialto confirmation here as far as the pure escort map. No points to be taken here. Just move a payload consistently. You get 2 additions, of more time right there, and points on the board with a maximum of a regular time of 3 points within your Rialto map. I gotta say, we saw a pretty impressive fare earlier. No reason to believe that we won't see that again, right?
Yeah, of course, and it can work out really well for a lot of teams with the Pharah, especially if the enemy team is not very good at playing a hit scan or having someone like a Cassidy being able to handle that. So a lot of questions here. Rialto, I think it's a map that, sure, it can work with a dive, but it can also work with many other composition. It has a lot of potential for the double shield that we're going to be seeing on the side of the defense for Florida Atlantic, and it can work really well towards the beginning, just denying so much space, so much high ground control from the enemy as Louisiana Tech. They're getting ready up. They're deciding if they're going to make any changes, bring any new agents or any new characters that we haven't seen earlier today.
Agents? What are those, Dryhead? Kyler coming in as well. Going to be the sub in for, that's JZB300. Just to let you guys know as well, our teams have flipped positions up top. Florida Atlantic now on the left in the blue. Rolling all the way, Louisiana Tech just gets gifted this first point that is generally a place that teams are going to be holding on to. Matt Dizzle showing the same prominence with this flashbang and allowed this team to just come forth and just absolutely roll now. What is going on, Dryad?
All about the Cassidy being able to connect those kills, getting so many in a row and just going in with the rest of the team and getting so much support. I mean, it was the shield coming in with the Reinhardt, and it was also the speed coming through with the Lucy working out perfectly. Now, they know there's going to be another fight because it happened so fast, so they're going to wait a little bit more, but Florida Atlantic is already in a very uncomfortable position.
Very uncomfortable position indeed. About as bad as you get off of the first engagement, but as it is. A little bit of Diva Mech action. D-Mech, Dr. Morbius now. Dr. Mobius, excuse me, out there trying to get back into that full attack. Now, ZHS, this is kind of your defending team just picking one spot, and that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Wish I'd said that one a little bit sooner, because I saw this one happen. The Spider just puts out the amplification matrix, and that is mincemeat made for your defending squad for right now.
It was the amplification being used, but they had to back up to get a good use of it, and because they backed up, it was Luciana Tank being able to get away with this point, getting the last kills. There's pretty much nothing else that you can do on the defensive side, especially because there's nowhere to hide, or you're just relying on your healing. You lost your healers, and there's nothing else to work with as the payload continues to move. I do want to see a couple teams coming through for the side of Florida Atlantic. It didn't seem to be working out. There it is, finally an opening, but can't they get anything else, especially with the ultimate being used on stairs?
Yeah, so Ehu are gonna pay for that one with their lives, but the rest of them are using an attack. I mean, they take a kill or two, but that was mostly a stop progress. There you go, Florida Atlantic, the first time really in this Rialto map, gets a full stop. That red octagonal sign out, Louisiana attack.
A lot of time to work with on this attacking team. Over 4 minutes that they have right now, and a bunch of ultimates to use. The amplification, of course, it's always so effective to start of the fight to create a little bit more space, and then you're gonna rely on the dragons to guarantee even more of that space in the high ground positioning and the stair positioning that is so crucial in the second part.
Trying to take it to the top as well. Classic rotation. I do like the Louisiana Tech has more so played the they're not rotating down position unnecessarily, but as it is, even with them trying to get this one done, Florida Atlantic is just simply excelling at this medium range.
And it is working out really well. It's going to be the cleanup. The last couple kills coming through for them on the defensive side, and it's all about holding those stairs. That is really the most powerful positioning for any team on this map, on the defensive side, especially in the flux is going to be available, so they continue to rotate those ultimates, and working out pretty well. They're not making mistakes of using too many ultimates at once or being overwhelmed by the damage coming through. Just one by one, either going back or pushing in with the ultimates and the flux out should be coming through pretty early.
A lot of ultimates on board. Tank, DPS ultimate. Here comes one of the tank ones, and stopped in its tracks. Mud Dizzle finding this one just in the nick of time. Dr. Morbius tossing out that self-destruct as well, and we are one player away. Okay, so Forever actually finding a little 1-1 from the road, right? Put that in the doggy bag and take it home.
Nothing else can be done, and even though the flux was being used, that enabled the Cassidy to be in a perfect positioning for Sarah, Luciana Tech to continue pushing and continue getting that space that they needed. So far, still looking pretty good for them. So much time remaining, and this one should be more about poke damage more than anything before getting the kills. There it is, one hand against the other.
Fantastic calls. Telling the future out here, Dryad. It's got to help him cast, and Kyler with another one. There comes the flank as well. Charges and more. Louisiana Tech just scattering right now.
Trying to build those ultimates, yeah. Any extra damage is going to be beneficial for both of the teams. As the defense is going to push forward, play this very, very aggressive, slowly backing up, realizing that there was no one else to take down. And without Florida Atlantic, they are going to have a visor to work with, which, even though it's not very common that we see the ultimate getting kills, it can be enough to create space, or to at least put the pressure into the shield that we see for Luciana Tech and the Reinhardt.
I mean, you said it best, right? This is just something you simply have to respect. We've already seen ZHS Forever go on a real hard flank there and finding a lot of value with it. Now we can just imagine what's going to happen there when they have that attack visor as well. Almost paying with it for their lives. That's going to be Fire Strike out front. That was so fast that just donated all of their time into trying to keep ZHS Forever alive. Was not able to kind of keep track of their own selves. Louisiana Tech with a duo pick right there is now purchasing themselves some breathing room, and on offense, payload moving. This is Louisiana Tech looking fine right now.
Probably one more fight, depending on how it goes for the attacking side. The Dragons are going to be enough to create that space that they need right in the middle. They come out, and without the Shatter is also going to be available on the other side. Can they connect it?
The Dragons didn't find any kills, but they did exactly what they needed to, which is simply disconnect these two tanks away from the rest of this squad, just like that. Florida Atlantic playing a little bit on the back foot right now. We haven't really seen a whole lot of payload movement. That's being contested all the way out. Dr. Morbius getting up close and personal. Here comes the self-destruct. These pillars should be able, and they do, block off damage from most of the players here, but Veracena didn't paying with that one. Short of the rafter, little baby Diva taken out, and our defenders holding strong yet again, doing their best stone wall impression here, Dryad.
The spawn advantage always coming through. I don't know about this, but he's coming in. They actually want to play aggressive here. The Mortality is going to come out. The Sound Barrier as well. They want to win this fight, even if they didn't have the numbers.
There's the self-destruct again! Able to get away from it! Louisiana Tech doesn't even come back on a full retreat, but for 2 seconds right now. And now they're just walloping this defense. Here comes the high noon as well. Payload actually drops that one off, gets one there towards the end. A little DPS duo action for your Louisiana Tech squad. That's Dragons coming tearing down the middle. Actually taken out right there, but that's not going to be enough. 1 minute and 4 seconds will be your Louisiana Tech team's reward for finishing out here on the Rialto.
A 3-2-0 that we see so far, and about a minute remaining, so not too bad in case we go to a third round on this map to guarantee who's going to come up on top. I just want to see the aggression that Atlantic is able to come to use for this attacking side that we're going to see now. We saw them playing very, very aggressive on that first map when they decided to make a couple changes, play other heroes, anything else that could have been new. They made the changes necessary, especially on that second part that we were able to see. So I expect the same amount of aggression coming through here. In that first part, maybe as fast as Louisiana Tech was able to do.
Yeah, I mean, minute 4 seconds is easily doable, but just the way that this went back and forth so much, Dryad, I got nothing to say when it comes to predictions about who's going to take this one. Obviously, we saw a 97 to 100 to start this one off. It was then followed up with a Louisiana Tech goose egg, a true 0 in the control map. Not something you ever want to see. Florida Atlantic taking that second control map, 100-2-0 for a 2-0 on that first Lijiang Tower. So striking first right there, series lead for Florida Atlantic at 1 right now.
The doors are about to open for this attacking side of FAU, trying to see what else they can bring to the table, and it's going to be a pretty difficult composition to run, honestly. The Farah, we're going to be able to see her again, but it's going to be all about relying on the Stigma for the protection that everyone else can get.
Maybe I'm just old school or something, right? But like, I feel like this first bridge is not something, it's not space that you just give up like that. Between loop capabilities and at least wanting to send a lot of flack their way, not space that you necessarily want to give up. DHS Forever allowed to reign supreme above, but while this is happening, Dr. Morbius, Matt Dizzle finding picks of their own down bottom, forced to respect this one a little bit as well as DHS Forever, and Cole Cassidy does what Cole Cassidy's doing.
Cassidy able to get the kill, and now there's a challenge that wasn't really contested on that first map. It is Cassidy being able to connect the kills with the Farah and potentially forcing her to make a change at some point in the map if it really doesn't work out. There's no other protection, you're just relying on your Mercy to get the healing and the damage done.
Fantastic boop. The Battle Mercy is not something you ever want to have to rely on. It's always a beautiful thing to see. Not ever something you want to have to rely on. Got the high noon, but knows that this pharmacy combination will be able to get out and away from that one quickly. Not utilizing that one quite yet. No need to make it 12 o'clock right yet. We've already seen daylight savings time. It's already dark early, Dryad. Matt Dizzle and the rest of Louisiana Tech rotate around on point. Matt Dizzle's really had the number of this, oh my goodness, just like that. Helpful Miner, the Mercy, not able to get out and away from this one, and really just rolling on. This seems like it's been a series of team fights that may be incredibly close for the duration of them, but then just one tiny little thing happens, Dryad, and it seems like all momentum flips completely the other way.
It's also the data that has been so effective. This Cassidy's being able to build it a lot and really, really fast, putting the enemy team in such an uncomfortable position where there's nothing else that can be done. And look at that, the Wrecking Ball just going in the blocks as well, trying to move everyone out of position. It's still not working out.
Yeah, so it gets nobody in the flux, and through the thick of things, there's no excuse me, there's no CC, there's nothing else that this Sigma player that's Bear Stefan was really able to do, and Louisiana Tech just realizes that one, really chomps down on this one. Now, for the first time in this matchup, we see wholehearted switches, however, team composition in the middle of this game. ZHS forever going over to the Junkrat, which I am super about in this first point. Electron on the ball, Bear Stefan on Diva. Miner as well, switching as well. Excuse me, I can't really finish right there and act like it's done. Electron finding something already, some fantastic stuff. Got a minefield out, so already had that ultimate earlier, and there you go. There's the 3 switches, right? Kyler, or no, excuse me, ZHS on the Junkrat, Stefan on from the Sigma on over to Diva, and help from Miner on over to this Ana player, and that seems to be exactly what they needed.
A couple changes can make such a difference. The one else being able to touch for the side of Louisiana Tech, so they either have to back up or die on this fight. As Florida Atlantic will continue to push this payload into the second part of the map. I don't know, they're still trying to contest it as much as they can. But
they already got this, right? Yeah, they already had the extra time.
I guess they're just trying to get any extra time possible being wasted by the enemy, and it's kind of working out, but at the same time, the spawns, their respawning is going to take a while, and they might not have the stairs control that I always like to see on the defensive side. That is why when the side of FAU was on the defensive side, they were able to stay there for so long in second point because they had this high gun control, and now Louisiana Tech slowly but surely getting back.
The Bad Dizzle coming out with some early success on this Ashe player as well. I believe this is the first time we've seen this agent played on Rialto or in this matchup period. But Bad Dizzle really has been getting it going. There's another one! Taking out the Cole Cassidy as well. Electron finding something at the bottom. That's additional mortality. Feels helpful. Miner deleted as well. The sound barrier doesn't drop. And that's going to be very helpful given that this Ana, who was just previously alive, got a nasty purple out. And oh my goodness! Spider gets squashed under a newspaper right there from Bear Stevens. Not destruct. Electron falling as well. And this is really kind of a slow burn right now. No main support for Louisiana Tech, at least yet. And this is going to be an offending team that's going to be... I have no idea why Kyle thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, trying to go in, trying to get something done here. The Bob is going to put the pressure all the way in the back in the meantime. Then it's going to be the Diva trying to create a little bit more space, and Louisiana Tech fighting to get this over with as soon as possible. Slowly trying to do it, but Florida Atlantic, they're getting numbers, and they have the numbers advantage for this fight. It's just continuing to go back and forth. The payload gets to move a little bit more.
Yeah, so now Louisiana Tech kind of rotating around in here, but Florida Atlantic really does have enough players to at least get kind of a half-hearted attempt on this, and there you go. That's Electron doing exactly what they need to. No other tanks here right now until Ehu joins down bottom, and now that's the space that Florida Atlantic is forced to give up.
Once again, backing up in the zone of stairs that can be so effective for the defensive team, and Louisiana Tech definitely seems to be understanding there's a Diva trying to put a challenge here, is denied by her enemy right away, and the time running out, about 45 seconds for this one last fight into second point.
One more fight, second point. Louisiana Tech, this is all turned up roses for them right now, Jayad. They have good positioning here. There's not a massive economy difference ultimate-wise for Florida Atlantic right now. Louisiana Tech sitting pretty. Here comes that. That's forcing out the Transcendence on the other side as well. So Florida Atlantic getting aggressive with it. That's the first little bit. Kyler going to be the only one deleted. Try to think of things right there. As Matt Dizzle actually striking back right here. These DPS for Louisiana Tech just go between not missing headshots, Triad, and just peppering walls, seriously.
It's so hard to get anything done, especially in a scenario like this when the time running out, the shatter will come through, and mortality as well being used with the Bob, ensuring that extra damage, extra protection on this point. Gets 3 for this Bob, trying to even make it a little bit more, but the overtime is going to run out. And we're going to see the victory happening right there for this side of Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, a little tied up factor, right? Score difference of 2 in the very beginning. That was a 0-2 for your Florida Atlantic University. And Louisiana Tech coming screaming back on this one. The Raging Cajuns, I believe, is the name of the, oh no, that's a different team. I'm so sorry. That's a different team, excuse me. Anyway, Florida Atlantic did a fantastic job but Louisiana Tech is going to be the ones that come back streaming on this one. 3-1 victory here in map number 2. We'll have map number 3 on that hybrid, right? Or no, that'll be the 2CP coming in here, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the assault for the throw, and then potentially the hybrid for the end. Yeah, it's gonna be an assault coming in. So I mean, the possibilities for that one become a lot more difficult, right? Because there's not many options to choose from. So you either go with Volskaya or you go with Hanamura, and both of those teams rely so much on how good your defense is in second that it denies many other possibilities to work with even first point, because you're not even worried about that, but more about holding the entire point and making sure that it's not going to be a draw.
Yeah, that nobody wants that on. Nobody wants that. Period. Obviously, a lot more possible on your 2CP, on your assault maps right there. Technically possible, on this Rialto. I think really the only way that is only possible is the team kind of comes up, unlocks a point, and then does not move it whatsoever after that one. But yeah, we're gonna go to a very short break after this map number 2. These teams, purchase themselves a little bit of time to sit down and kind of relax here, relax. Dried, you gotta chill out. You're freaking out here. You're talking way too fast. You're throwing your hands around on the screen. You're freaking everybody out here. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna bring you back in just a couple minutes, guys. Don't tune away.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Watch it.
Hello and welcome back. Some more Overwatch action coming at you. And with that last game, Dryad, we have purchased ourselves a little bit more Overwatch action, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have at least 4 maps to define how this one's going to go, but next one is going to be the third map is going to be an assault map, and we talked about the different possibilities, but it becomes so difficult for anyone really on this map. This ones are the ones where we see a bunch of draws coming in, and it can get really close depending on how good or bad your defense is.
Entirely fair. Entirely fair. Lots of draw capabilities on here, Dryad, and perhaps that's why we haven't confirmed we're not going to be seeing 2CP in Overwatch 2. But hey, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. That was some crazy voice in the pack. We got confirmation here, Anubis at least. So, I mean, personally, kind of glad to be seeing Temple of Anubis over your Volskayas or your Hanamores.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a map that I feel like we don't see too often, but at the same time, it is one of those classics from Overwatch that we've seen from the beginning of time. So it is very interesting to see the different, let's say, the different compositions that can work or not at all. We see the Pharah that they've tried forcing for one of the teams a couple times. So you can play Pharah here, but it either is going to work out from the beginning or you got to make the swap immediately because you're going to get countered over and over again.
Yeah, just so much less time really to play with here and kind of trying find that perfect composition, right? Whatever hero it is you initially go on to. I think in 2CP, it is so much more important to just kind of realize when something simply isn't working. On defense, that'll frequently be put, right in your face, right? After first payload or after first point does go. But on offense, it's always a matter of time on this one.
And they're going to bring for this out of Florida Atlantic. They will be bringing the Orisa, the double shield that we already saw from them before. And to me, it almost worked out. But the key part of this composition here is that you are really good, especially with an Orisa. You're really good at controlling space. And the question is, how long can you hold the space for? Because we saw them backing up and getting taken down because of that on the last map. So this time around, they're trying to make a couple changes and trying to ideally hold this high ground positioning or as long as they can, even rotating those ultimates. The Supercharger, one of the strongest ultimates, but we already see 2 kills.
Whoa. Okay. It is infrequent, Dryad, that you see not one but 2 tanks falling that quickly on Temple of Anubis. I'm going to go ahead and say that's the fastest I've ever seen 2 tanks down Temple of Anubis ever.
It just, all the damage that comes through with the Junkrat as well as Sigma turn out to be pretty effective for both of them. And now, coming in is going to be a little bit slower just because both of them are going to take their time, and by the time everyone is back, it's going to be, again, all the disruption coming in with the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, talk to me about a Wrecking Ball. Talk about clearing a platform right there, Dryad. That's about as good as it gets, and Louisiana Tech now just going to absolutely feast.
Slowly but surely trying to get the kills as well. One by one, Lucy and Tech are cleaning this point up. All the kills as well going their way. The tanks being the last ones, denying any possibility for defense, especially towards the end.
Yeah, so that's going to be a pretty clean pickup right here. Louisiana Tech, again, lost their, between Ehud and Dr. Morbius had 1,000 HP. Lost their 2 tanks off the rip. Incredibly close, but that is a thing of the past. You can literally watch this team. If they lost 2 tanks at the beginning of this map, nobody told them. Here comes the Valkyrie. Saber coming in. Gonna be boosting heals, shields, and damage as well. A slice and dice from ZHS makes mincemeat of this initial Tracer right here. The Valkyrie on the side, Saber kind of trying to rotate in here, but now Valkyrie is done, forced to dedicate all their attention onto one. There's Stefan, the first tank, first player deleted from your Florida Atlantic side. Here comes the tires. Louisiana Tech has found a couple. JZB looking for heads and rolls on over the entire healing for the Louisiana Tech squad. This offensive push, done and dusted.
a lot of time to work with on the attacking side, a lot of ultimates to rotate for what is going to come next. And even though this was a really good fight for this defensive team, a lot of things can go wrong in the minutes of the fights that we are yet to see. They have to use this ultimates first, though, if they want to put a challenge into Luciana Tech. And that's going to be using the supercharger first, and then trying to enable that game for success as much as they can.
The name of the game here. Here comes the supercharger out and early. That's a nice and well-placed tracer bomb. No, they did not find the kill, and no, that would really have been capable while the immortality field was up. Just like that, though, Louisiana Tech sitting pretty right now on defense. Here comes the investment of the Signal ultimate, and I gotta say, that might have been a little bit miscue, Triad.
There's nothing else that you can do in that scenario. Just, yeah, the spawn advantage coming in one by one, even the shield making that protection, but it seems like the numbers already going for the side of Luciana on this attacking side. They will potentially get at least 2.
There's 2 out in there now, and excuse me, folks, I discounted these 2. That was such an effective team wipe. It looked like this team was on defense. It was sitting pretty right there, able to come at this with the utmost confidence, try to come back out at it, not even getting to be an Electron player getting out there. Now, I'm told that electrons travel faster than any other particles in this world. That's not going to be enough for this rolling ball to come on out and to contest this one away. 21 seconds lower than what their initial time bank was here for Louisiana Tech, Triad.
It's a map that brings a lot of different possibilities, but if you lose your tanks early into the fight, on the second point, it denies any possibility for them to be done, any chance for the team to stay alive for a little bit longer, and that is what we saw. The Orisa gets taken down, the Sigma as well gets taken down, and you're just hoping with someone like a Tracer to create as much time as possible while everyone else gets back in the fight, and that wasn't really the case. So that is why we see so much time going on for instead of Luciana Tech. Over 3 minutes to work with in case we go into the second round, but that is all going to be defined by them and what they're able to do when they're defending.
Yeah, so looking at the defenders right now, how are we feeling about this composition, Dryad?
It's pretty much similar on the defensive side as what we saw before. It's a double shield coming in, a lot of the hit scans and the hands as well, creating some space. The hands as well catches my attention because they were able to get some kills early on in that first map that we saw, and it pretty much caught everyone unexpectedly. So again, having the possibility to do that again.
Yeah, Tumbun really did come out real flashy plays from this player. That first couple meetups between these two. Coming into it, here comes the teleport, and that's just mostly left out by herself, but a Bastion down. This really was the center point of this offense between the teleport and the Bastion in. And right now they are on top, but I don't think this stream is not to last. Not for a lack of trying and not for lack of any sort of result. This wasn't a complete wholehearted W for the defense right here, Triad. That 35% for your Florida Atlantic squad did come in. They got value from it.
First fight won for the side of Louisiana Tech. Now, how much can they hold? That is the question, because they weren't able to build many ultimates, or relying maybe on the Bob to come through a little early on. And with that, rotate those ultimates one by one. But it's going to be once again going to the poke phase before being able to get anything else done. And Florida Atlantic definitely putting a challenge here with the shield and with the debuff defense matrix that is denying a lot of damage to go in.
Yeah, it's all about that denial of resources for the other squad, right? We've really seen this Louisiana Tech squad get the most out of that. That's a huge purple across the middle. Both tanks as well. This is dangerous right now, Dryad. The Bob is sent in early, kind of bodyguard-wise, right? The nasty purple comes in, and really these two tanks are not going to be happy, pushing into that whatsoever. But Mad Dizzla tossed out this Bob earlier, and Bob's going to leave us, at the end of that 10 seconds or so, purple or not. So that was kind of the coordination between good game sense as well as luck.
Louisiana Tech has all the potential to win this map. There's about 2 minutes to define that at least. The amplification used first, creating a little bit of damage, breaking the shields when they pass the choke for the enemy team, and then using the flush to be ideal for them. That is exactly what they're going to do.
That's a big gravitic flux right there. Help from Miner did get this barrier off, but it wasn't really for naught right there. ZHS taking out their counterpart in this one. His defense so far still holding on strong and sitting pretty.
Couple kills though that you'll have to come through, and it's gonna be you either back up or you take the fight. That is the decision that the attacking team is trying to make, as they are slowly backing up. They can run out of time. It's gonna be everyone coming up together for one more fight, but they have about a minute to work with.
Struck doesn't find anything on that one. The cornered out, Mad Dizzle just threads the needle onto this one. That's the smallest hitbox in the game, playing on a corner, and seriously, it looks like Mad Dizzle took like the edge pixel, the only part of the hitbox head-wise that was showing, and took that one to the bank. 45 seconds left for our finish ride.
They're able to make it into one more fight. At least the Bob is going to be ready on the defensive side. There's massive ultimate to work with the Flux again, being able to build it again in a single fight. This is something that Louisiana Tech was able to do. Forcing the choke going to be another very difficult scenario for Florida Atlantic.
Gravitic Flux, they find a lot more from this one. JCB fell in the thick of things. Louisiana Tech holding on strong defensive-wise, but like you said, there's not many more opportunities at this one. Dryad, Tone Bone coming in, the split sources of damage, and just what was that, a quarter second of damage boost there for Tone Bone, just in the nick of time. Exactly what they needed. A single body shot, hot, tap, off, and out. Excuse me. Tire coming in. Maybe this is Florida Atlantic purchasing themselves a little lease on life right now. Electron coming out. Well-placed Fire Strike as well, but yeah, I'm not sure if this one is going to be enough on this. Yeah, Dragon sent back towards the way the offenders spawn. And yeah, unless we saw the best Lucio player that anybody's ever played history of Overwatch, that would be it. Your Louisiana Tech University striking back on map number 3.
Louisiana Tech being able to get away with the victory with a perfect defense that we saw. Of course, a couple things can happen, but they were able to get it over with as soon as possible, and I think it was a good indication with the way that we saw them playing so aggressive on that first round, just jumping into the second point as soon as they could, and using those ultimates, rotating those ultimates. I think is the biggest key for this team, where they're not using too many at once, where I see their enemy team for the side of FSU doing a lot more. So using 3-4 ultimates at once and not getting value out of any single one of them. While on the other side, we see Louisiana Tech kind of being able to rotate them more and making it more effective.
Yeah, just at the end of the day, it's kind of being able to pay attention to ult economy overall, not just what you have, but what you can use to negate anything out that the opponents have offensive-wise, their ultimates and whatnot right there. And like you said, I really just feel like paying a little bit more attention to that might have been the defining factor here. We might still be watching this Temple of Anubis map as it is. That is going to be the second goose egg put up on stream. Yes, that was Florida Atlantic striking first in game number 1. That was 97-100 and then 0-100 on maps 1 and 2 across Lee Jong. But really, that's just been Louisiana Tech since then. A 3-1 scoreline there in map number 2. And then our 2CP going down a 2-0 scoreline after Louisiana Tech just holds on strong on defense. Gave up, I think it was about 55%.
Yeah, just a little bit that we saw at the beginning, over the 33%, and trying to get a little bit more on the second, but it was all denied. So it's going to come down to the last part, the last map potentially that we see. I feel like Louisiana Tech, their first map was pretty much a warm-up compared to what we've been seeing right after.
100% agreed. We're getting information map wise from production right now, but yeah, this is map point right now for Florida Atlantic. What exactly is it that Florida Atlantic was able to do in this map number 1 that yielded such an impressive success that they're no longer doing, Dryad?
Yeah, totally. It's all about the changes that you're able to make and how comfortable you feel with those changes. Louisiana Tech, they definitely feel way more comfortable playing different compositions. Like we saw the double shield being more effective. That is what I wanted to see from them. The Orisa, of course, is always being good at controlling space, but that doesn't mean that the rest of the team is going to play around her. But for the side of Louisiana Tech, they were able to do just that. Everyone playing around that and initiating those fights first, which was also really good with the flux that we saw towards the end, guaranteeing the fight for them.
Yeah, the Sigma gravitic fluxes, both sides, I think. Really, I mean, both of these players get shout outs. I believe that was Dr. Mobius, and on the other side was Bear Stefan right there. Might have seen teams or their other tank kind of picking up that role briefly, but mostly it was those two players, and huge shout outs for them. It's so frequent, I feel like, outside of the Reinhardt, because the shield's right there. You're never gonna have a projected or shield away from your Reinhardts or whatever. So it's so easy just to see, just how much that blocks away. And because obviously they can open it and close it so quickly. A little bit of a different story when you come to your projected barriers and the ones sent away from themselves, away from the body, when you're talking about your Sigmas and your Arisas. And even if you time your jump right or whatnot, you can also get that done with your Winstons as well. But I just feel like it's kind of hard to pin down like just how much has been blocked away by these Sigmas so far, and the gravitic flux has really been the point where both of these Sigmas have been able to pop off so far. Florida Atlantic back on the defense. Louisiana Tech looking at your offense.
We're jumping into Eichenwald for, again, what could be the last map. This is match point already. Louisiana Tech trying to get away with one more. And starting on the attacking side this time around, Florida Atlantic going into a lot of the poke phase with the composition that they're playing more than anything. The Junkrat, the Zenyatta as well, the Sigma. Everyone relying on the damage to build those ultimates and to be a little bit more useful for the team. The rotations at least started to come through, a couple changes as well potentially.
Okay, so Tonebone falling first. Maybe something they kind of gave up here to try and get a switch in without actually coming all the way back. Regardless, a little bit of ultimate fed there, but no, Tonebone is going to stay on this one. I love the Matt Dizzle Pharmacy combination with Saber up top. This will be looking to hack, slash, and cut this Florida Atlantic squad. Not really a whole lot of answer on the other side outside of ZHS Forever as well. We've seen what this Ash can do, but even Forever will have their work cut out for them on this one. Perfect utilization of this inside pillar right now to be able to get shots off from Matt Dizzle, but not really expose themselves as well. Will also not have that high noon from the Polcasties as well. Trades down bottom. Saber, should be able to at least get an edge on this, but not to. Ehud on this ball obviously will be able to get back very, very quickly. No res necessary. Looking back onto this offensive point. Kind of just waiting for cooldowns and more as your Louisiana Tech squad. Full rotations coming into the end here and kind of trying to cut off those reinforcements. And Ehud B. Okay, so helpful minor just left down the lurch right there, Dryad. I'm not sure what that one's about. Raj! That takes out two quick ones, and Louisiana Tech is fighting against a very broken apart Florida Atlantic squad right now.
The last two kills are guaranteed with the barrage working out perfectly, even though the fight was already done and dusted for this teams. As Louisiana Tech starts pushing forward here, the damage already coming in, the Ash already taken down, everyone getting out of position. That is exactly what you want to do in the second part. You want to win the high ground control, which Louisiana Tech, because the kills came so late, were able to do just that. As the Wrecking Ball being disruptive, everything that you would expect from a hero like this one, this player is able to do.
Right, smart jobs. I hate to say this from Florida Atlantic down bottom. They knew just how good Matt Dizzle was, and they stuck to this wall I don't even know. Because they knew they even take a toe out of this one, and that concussive blast send them all sailing on down to the depths in their depths. Matt Dizzle getting an interesting direct rocket hit up the top right now. Saber almost falling. Trying to think of things, but is able to get away. Now, Louisiana Tech is a 5 glowing right now. They have 5 ultimates, and Dr. Mobius is the only one away from that one. Here comes your minefield at first. Matt Dizzle not able to finish the voice lines here, so we return to normalcy for your para players.
The barrage coming through over and over again, pretty much every single fight, but it is because the fights are taking so long to initiate. As we see the tire coming in, trying to get something done, we'll get eliminated right away by this Zenyatta, working out perfectly as the payload stops for just a little bit, and the defense comes back.
Okay, so what little Sigma and Sigma? We'll break that one down later. It just kind of makes sense to have tossed out that accretion earlier and get the stun, right? As it was, they were allowed to take out that tire with no real opposition. Louisiana Tech just kind of continues on what Louisiana Tech has been doing post-game number 1. Is that a full boot? There was a full boot. My God! Watching Ehud roll around on this ball just makes me feel like there are entire angles that were invented for this player on your Icon map. Ehud finding more on the other side, busting through and breaking down doors, breaking down barriers. What a rude guest Louisiana Tech is.
4 minutes to work with Louisiana Tech. Oh, the potential to win 1 or 2 more fights they've been doing in a row. The Bob to initiate for FAU is the best potential that they have right now. Just to stop the aggression coming in, but they're being hesitant. They're not using it yet.
There's a minefield online. Ehud tossing those one out here. And really, this is a smart job for Mad Dizzle to just kind of pay attention to this upper platform right here. There's one, there's two. The seismic slam coming down. A pile driver, excuse me, from Ehud getting in there. Tone Bone comes back from the dead. The res coming through, but it's going to be all for naught. Barely able to get away and out from this one is Dark Mobius as Mad Dizzle making the reasonable change. What just happened? Ehud is able to find 2 kills right there, one against a tank.
The spawn advantage as well. Everything else, those kills plus the spawn advantage working out perfectly for FAU. As they get a little bit of time to breathe, they get ready to try to go again. But the kills on the other side are ready to come in.
Steven got a shot off on the end. Try to give her curious, dear listeners, give her curious how much an Ash can do when you throw a damage boost from the Mercy on in there and throw a Discord orb on the other side. That is exactly what can happen. Well, I guess technically the only other way that you could even damage, like boost damage more would be like a supercharger for Marissa, like the ultimate. Regardless, none of that necessary when you have an Ash player like Mad Dizzle.
With the hit scan especially, you have so much pressure on being able to initiate the fight properly. This is something that previously in Overwatch, it was the sniper's job to be able to do that in a composition like this one. But this time around, Louisiana Tech is relying a little bit more on the Ashe, and the Ashe for them is absolutely delivering everything that is expected. But so much time remaining towards the end, and this is a map that's so difficult to even complete. On the second part, there's so many open areas, open spaces to work with, but Louisiana Tech did an amazing job at denying those spaces from the enemy and coming up on top. So now I just want to see what they can do on the defense, because if it is as strong as we saw in Temple of Anubis, they have everything to win this match.
Really do, really do. This is gonna be the first time we'd see a Brig on board as well today, right?
Yep. It is.
Echo on the other side might be the first time we see this on either side as well. Just always something interesting to point out, you know, the first time a hero is seen in the competition here on broadcast.
And with the break as well, it's more than anything, it can work out really well or not at all, just depending on how easy it is for this player to be able to build a rally, which is essentially a win condition every time you see it. So there it is. You have to feel comfortable with it more than anything. And the Echo on the other side going all the way back.
Yeah, this is a long rotation right now. JZB really just not wanting to even show their head as they were coming across there. This is not a fair that can get this across like very, very quickly. Speaking of fairs, Mad Dizzle does not like flying entities. All unidentified flying objects must report to Mad Dizzle ASAP. That is about as good as it gets when you're talking about like full casting performance. Damn it.
The time to plan the next fight starts to take place. The Roadhog will be coming in again. It worked out for FAU on the first map, but the question is, can it work out again? Especially when there's way more protection for the defense matrix to keep your team alive when the hook comes in.
So far, the hook necessary for Sobabast. Damage boosted Zenyatta, just about as dangerous as damage boosted Ash and Tone Bone. Almost gets some damage off there at the end, but is going to be all for naught. Florida Atlantic striking back right here. They're going to be adding some more time on top and pushing on to point number 2.
The Flux will be available to maintain or at least create the pressure for the positioning that Louisiana Tech will be trying to have on the high ground of second point. So that is an ultimate that is going to complement even the Barrage as well with the damage, as Louisiana Tech already are fighting to get those kills, fighting to get the high ground, and even dropping a little bit more. They want to have this close and personal.
Yeah, the GZB right here, they knew that that was possible earlier, and that's why we barely even saw them showing that head across the top. As it is, this fight seemed like it was over before it even began.
Should have stayed on the high ground though. I think Luciana Tech definitely made a mistake there. At least they're gonna bring another change coming in. It's going to be the double bubble for the tanks, and even the Ana as well to complement the Winston. So pretty much standard composition that we see for Luciana Tech as everyone continues to make the changes necessary. The payload in the meantime continues to move, and there is a big potential with the double bubble, especially with the composition and the communication that Luciana Tech has proven to have throughout this match.
Yeah, and especially the switch right now, composition-wise, could not have come at a better time, really. Ehud can really just have an absolute field day on this bridge area right now, but that is not going to be possible without the support of Spider. Oh my goodness, that Echo not going to have a duplicate for very long. Louisiana Tech coming out on top, and Helpful Miner coming in the Battle Mercy, showing that ad. Love to see that one. Florida Atlantic getting a lot going on, and yeah, Tonebone is not going to be able to get anything done at distance right there. 5 minutes, which Florida Atlantic is looking at coming into point number 3.
The whole Hawks push everyone back, plus the Flux to bring everyone up and then down. A very, very nice composition that the side of FAU have in their hands. To use one by one again, the question is, can they use it without using too many of those ultimates at once? Because that has been the biggest mistakes for this team so far. So if they're able to rotate the ultimates a little more effectively, especially with the Transcendence, they have everything to win one fight after the other.
Yeah, and Matt Dizzle now with the Bob Online is the only one from Louisiana Tech that can even get it in. A gravitic flex right here from Matt Dizzle. Somehow catches them, puts them mega low here as well. Look into this one from the top is Tonebone, but Florida Atlantic right now, Drad, is simply playing a different game.
Everyone trying to charge, especially toward the end. The Winston barely able to do that, but the Primal Rage is going to be available and keeping the team alive for a little bit longer.
Great utilization of the Ehu's Primal Rages in. We've seen this, and there's the Nano Boost at the end, and that's exactly what Ehud needed to just really unlock all of this potential, but in through the thick of things, at the very end, is all for naught. The respawns will be there right now, and Spaver just doing a fantastic job. Little ring around the rosy action, a different game being played there again. So, all of the value that Louisiana Tech got, I believe it was like 14 seconds down from their starting 4 minutes or something like that, effectively deleted by what a clinic Florida Atlantic just put on.
All about the timing, really. We saw Louisiana Tech, they were just coming out of spawn and they felt the pressure to stay on the payload for a little bit longer. That is why we saw the Winston using the Primal Rage right away. Oftentimes, we see the Nano coming in and then the Primal Rage just to get a little bit more of the timing to work perfectly with that extra damage. But there was no time to get the Nano done because Spider was just taken down, so the possibilities become less and less for the defensive side as we, nonetheless still have a very similar time bank for both of the teams here.
Yeah, 43 seconds. I mean, once you're talking about a couple minutes in front of that, I really don't feel like that's that big of a difference, right?
It can definitely go probably just one more fight that the side of FAU is going to have. But besides that, everything else should be about the same. And if Louisiana Tech is able to get with a single fight being successful right away, then they have everything to get more value out of the time that they have.
We were talking about, like, 2 CP ties earlier. Louisiana Tech is held against, and then Florida Atlantic does the same thing. We'll be looking at that situation. We'll be looking at that tie. But hey, we ain't there quite yet, Dryad. Stop getting ahead of yourself, okay? Jeez, you're always doing that. Looking at Ehud on the full rotation here. Louisiana Tech has just great timing in there as well. Florida Atlantic realizing the value of just simply backing up, just simply getting away from this one. Down bottom, a lot of damage against this Wrecking Ball and Curly. Louisiana Tech can be looking for a res that, oh, the pull comes out, and actually it was Electron, I believe, looking originally for the Mercy on that.
It seems like, yeah, you just want to aim for the back line and see what you can find. But so far, this is what I was fearing on this attacking side for Louisiana Tech. They needed to win that first fight because now they not only they took such a long time, but now they have a single fight remaining, really.
We were talking about just how much time these team fights can really take up, and Soba Mask with the Immortality Field invested early. I gotta say, he lands that hook in a different situation, but the Amplification Matrix comes out, and the first just couple seconds is enough to just absolutely delete one of the biggest health pool tanks in the great game of Overwatch. Rotating here, Louisiana Tech kind of coming back for the time being, holding under a bridge for right now, and waiting for E to come all the way back right here. Possibly the most effective tank in this game so far has been Ehud. That makes a lot of sense right there. We saw them on Wrecking Ball earlier. See what they can do right here. Electron once again the first pick on this one, but hey, that's a trade right now as Electron pays for the light, and now Rez comes in, and Louisiana Tech at an advantage. Here comes the High Noon, and that stopped it in its tracks. No 12 o'clock for you, my friend. First little bit of progress, and then Rez does come through, but not going to be enough as Helpful Miner pulls out the Valkyrie there at the end. The change comes through for JZB and quickly just deleted out of that. And this is the Louisiana Tech squad that we have gotten used to, Triad.
Tonebone has been such a highlight map after map, and we get to see it again, really being able to come up with the clutch that the team for Louisiana Tech needed to start moving the payload to get something done here and to guarantee that it is at least not going to be a draw. Most likely, as the side of FAU are going to make a couple of changes. They have a whole hog to work with, which can force everyone to back up and at least move away from the payload.
There's a whole hog initiated early, and EU just simply gives them the business directly after. Mad Dizzle now getting the res up, and once again, this is Electron getting aggressive, Florida Atlantic, taking a pick maybe, but getting traded on afterwards, and Saber instantly there with the res. Louisiana Tech sitting pretty, not just the life lead, but now pushing payload all the way. 3 members on, they haven't dropped a player yet. There goes Bob, the 7th player, the 7th man for the squad, right? Kind of coming out right here, finding some more, and just like that, Louisiana Tech has practically purchased themselves another point.
And a beautiful hook that we saw there connecting with the Cassidy and forcing everyone for FAU back. They have no opportunity even for their recontest. They haven't. They tried to, but the whole hog coming just in time, delaying that. Really, really nice done there as Louisiana Tech, they look unstoppable now.
Yeah, Florida Atlantic is just so spread out right now. The sleep coming in on the side as well, and that's another stagger. I think Ehud might have actually, no, did not hit the hook at the end, and now forever as well. This is a Valkyrie that came out for Saber. We gotta call it when we see it. This is a mistake. There's no need for a Valkyrie as of right now. Florida Atlantic realizes that, just kind of hangs back. Valkyrie will be over in just a couple seconds as well. Shots from the top as Tonebone does have that aimbot on board. Attack Visor will be utilized from them early, but the Implication Matrix, oh my goodness, that was super close on the overtime. There's not very much leeway you are provided. Tonebone will have to drop down, get boots on the floor, get players down bottom fall, but that doesn't matter when you just wipe everyone, Dryad.
Very aggressive what we saw for Louisiana Tech, and they were able to get away with it. It just worked out perfectly as they figure out that they just had to enable the DPS to make a little bit more damage, to put a little bit more pressure as this at the same time as they were getting protected by the tank. So really, really nice done for this team. It's so rare that in the 3rd and 4th round the team is able to complete a map and complete the entire map as well. But this is what Louisiana Tech was able to do. So if you are a FAU or you're definitely concerned, those 43 seconds at this point mean nothing, knowing that the overtime is pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just speaking of overtime, right? This was, I believe, Louisiana Tech pushed this payload entirely in overtime, right? Like they got the first little bit of the the first one. They unlocked payload, and then started moving it in overtime. Almost got out of it. It came very, very close to. Not full C9ing, player died on point, but didn't get back to it in the last little second to get a toe on point, keep that on one alive, and now finish this with 6 points on top. It's crazy stuff.
The composition being played for this defensive team now, it's all about winning and getting picks. You see the soldier that has been able to do this consistently. You see the Ashe that has always been a highlight of the team. And on top of that, you're going to have the Roadhog with the hook potential and the one-shot potential more than anything. You have this be done as soon as possible.
Split pushes right here. 3 down bottom is forever ZZB, and Helpful Miner coming across the top. Not going to be enough. You have this Mercy with split attention. The res invested very early. Ehu tosses out, and unless this eat does away with hooks, I'm not sure how that hook was missed, Triad.
It could have connected perfectly, but nonetheless, it's going to be perfect for Lucian attack as they continue getting that space. They have to shut down this Pharah. They know exactly where she is along with her Mercy. And it's putting a lot of damage on the other side. They have to look right, left, and all the way up too.
Mad Dizzle rotated in. A little bit of time for the members of Louisiana Tech to get some of that healing back, but Ehu not going to be enough for them, taken out by their counterpart. A damage boosted Pharah, a damage boosted Roadhog. I'm not sure which one is scarier.
It's gonna be probably the Pharah with how much they've been able to get done, really. It's so much pressure and no one being able to effectively shut her down. This is the biggest win condition for Louisiana Tech, and the second part is how much can, or how fast can you shut down the Pharah even before she's able to build a barrage. That would put the team in an ideal situation just to take and continue having control of the high ground, because that Sigma shield doesn't last enough for them.
It really doesn't. They've been utilizing it very well, but the simple duration just really negating what can be done right there. Concussive Blast, Forever was looking for this move off the side. Trades down bottom. There comes the Transcendent Sova Mask. Cannot come out to ZHS Forever. And Mad Dizzle once again just getting this Ashe roll played in perfect. Gravitic Flux to the end right here. Not sure if this one was necessary, actually.
I was able to get 2 kills there, but both of the supports were already pretty low. The Visor as well does seem like it was a mistake, but both of the teams able to get some numbers done here. More than anything, the defensive team. You're losing an attack and only 10 seconds remaining. If you're FAU, you're just hoping to touch, and all in the hands of the Pharah.
Yep, all in the hands of the Pharah. Realizing that the end, here comes the barrage! Finding one, and the tank downed as well. Louisiana Tech is going to be forced to hold the second point with 0 tanks in their lineup right now. Forced to come back to it. Saber not pulling the Valkyrie, maybe just to get back. Dr. Mobius can utilize this Gravitic to come all the way out. Use that ultimate to come out, but Electron finding Mad Dizzle in the back right here. Coming in just a few meters away as of right now. There's the Gravitic Flux. There's the pull in the beginning, and that was nothing. That was interrupted. Nothing gain for them. The contest comes in at 0.84, but Florida Atlantic is just picking players up left and right like a kid. The magnifying glass burning.
The last couple kills do come through, and without the overtime means that no one can leave the payload again. FAU, they have a whole hog to work with, ideally pushing everyone all the way back. The last changes definitely seem to be effective for them. Having a Moira, having the coalescence potential, which is so good to initiate fights and push everyone back.
Yeah, I believe that's the first time we've seen a Moira on here as well, Brad, so I really do like this. Electron getting just low right there, purple as well, so no heal blows for them, but really, I feel like at the end of the day, if this is Ehu that just gets this whole hog of their own, they can just clear a point at this, like, mega overtime spot. What a boof! Bob sit down to think about his mistakes over in the corner as well. Nothing really getting going right here until this Moira gets so aggressive. Sova Mask doesn't get the sound barrier as well. Pushes this one to a 1v1. Ehud has got it. Here comes the Gravitic Flux and the whole hog down bottom just trying to clear points as of right now. Stefan is the last alive here, and this slobber knocker of a match is over. Louisiana Tech takes it 3-1 here after an electrifying finish on Eichenwald.
A 3-0 or a 3-1, excuse me. That was looking really good between the two teams. FAU, everything and all they could get was that first map. That was that Legion Tower, and after that, they lost so much momentum that made it impossible for them. They definitely put up a fight here in Icon. It was very, very close, especially towards the end. No one and barely any teams were able to push all the way till the end, to the last part of the map, to guarantee who was going to take the victory. So it showed a really high level of different possibilities, different compositions that can work out, especially in the hands of the Farah that was getting so much done, but she got shut down, and with that, everyone else from FAU.
I mean, it is really hard to get a fair going in that second point icon wall, right? Or the very end point when everything is closed off. Obviously, you have the real low skybox and whatnot. We have seen some barrages for the ages here, Dryad, here tonight. But it doesn't matter what fair play you are. It's just a lot harder to get it done on last point icon wall.
Yeah, absolutely. So very much well-deserved victory and display of stages that we see on the hands of Lucy and Attack. That to me, they always looked like the better team, and I know the first part was looking a little hesitant. It was going back and forth in that Lijiang tower, but they, to me, seem the ones that were able to play more compositions and to play a little bit more together as a team. And I said it was the ultimate usage. How many ultimates are you using at the same time, and how much value are you getting out of them? And Losing an Attack, they had the better understanding on what had to be done.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. I think towards the end of map 1 or the beginning of map 2 right there. And I really do feel like that kind of proved itself to be 100% true. Whether that was the utilization of ultimates that are just not that cohesive with each other, whether that was kind of stringing these apart or just simply dropping ultimates at the end of team fights that are already won, I really do feel like that spelled into this 3-1 scoreline at the end of the day. Speaking of the end of the day, we are not quite there right yet, guys. We have a little interview action coming hot at you. Dryden and I will be back with you in just a little bit. Don't tune away as we get a member from this winning squad to come on in and give us a minute of their time after the game.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all...
Hello and welcome back, Overwatch fans. We are reaching, of course, towards the end of our ECAC broadcast here. I'm FBI Tugboat, joined with old did it again. Old Dryad over there because it's backwards. Because the darn camera, I always do that one wrong. Anyway, we got a member of your Louisiana Tech squad to come on in and give us a minute of their time after the game. Ehud, you with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I'm going to throw it on over to Dryad. She can ask you a couple questions. She'll throw it back on over to me. I'll ask you a couple questions, and we'll round you out and get you on out of here, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, congratulations on your victory. And I have a question about the last map because it was very intense. And you guys, it seems like only towards the end we were able to get away and counter that far a little bit better. Why do you think that was? Do you think it was the communication that worked out a little bit better, or your DPS as well? Just everyone able to connect those kills when you needed to?
We were able to. I thought we were able to focus down the Pharah to a decent amount. The main problem was their tank line. We had trouble doing with the Hog. The Hog would get a final pick, and then they would swing the fight. We wouldn't look at their Sigma, and then there was comboed with a Zen Orb, and the Zen Orb would force us into a bad spot. So, especially when it came down for our attack, in that final fight, I made a decision. We've never done it in scrims, to where I matched a Roadhog, and it ended up working well for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how comfortable does your team feel with the Roadhog? Because even on the first mapping, Legion Tower, it's not very often that we see it, right? Everyone relies more on the Reinhardt and the Devour. Sometimes the Reinhardt, Zarya, depending on kind of what's better in Overwatch at the time. But the Roadhog was very interesting for both of the teams that we saw at some point. So you said that was towards the end, that was a decision that you made. But what about all the other maps?
That map at Lijiang, that's a comp that I was taught from a previous team I was on, and it's worked really well in that team. So I brought it over to the Louisiana Tech's team. And so far it's worked well for us every time we play that map. But that comp we have scrimmed with Roadhog. Normally we don't scrim with Roadhog because he's currently not very good right now. But for that map we usually play him, and we have him as like a carrot on a stick to where we want the rush to run at the Roadhog, and we just dive on their backline.
Smart stuff. I like the act of like kiting in other games, right? Like here's this thing that you want, better go chase it, right? I
Yes,
like
sir.
the carrot on the stick there as well. But yeah, so Ehud, you played several different tank characters tonight here, right?
Yes.
We really saw a clinic in a lot of ways. I want to ask you how you felt and which character you felt like you played the best.
In terms of the best, I'd probably say Wrecking Ball. Other than Lijiang Tower, where we weren't really prepared, we were all over the place. I felt like for the most part, I was getting the most value in it, setting up Matt Dizzle and Tomebone to have what they were able to do, and that's what we're best known for playing. I look to go in, set up, make sure that they get their pickoffs, and I think I did really well in that tonight.
Have to agree right there. 3-1 scoreline. Of course, that one, right? You kind of mentioned it. Got to ask you, get games 2, 3, and 4 wholeheartedly different, right? To run through scores again here, that was a 3-1 in game number 2. There was a 2-0 in game number 3, and then a 6-4, I believe, game number 4. Now, game 1, map number 1 here on the Lijiang, significantly different. The first map looked incredibly competitive between you guys, 97-100 right there. You follow that up with a goose egg on a control map. I want to ask you what kind of happened there. What was the big difference between map 1 and then maps 2, 3, and 4?
We tried on Control Center. We were winning fights except for that last fight, but we would give up the point to win those fights, and they would just keep building up percentage. And that's something that we didn't take into account until it came down for there when they took the point. They succeeded on the fight. Then we realized, oh wait, we only have one fight left because we gave up the point about 3 times. And then we lost in the rush mirror on Lijiang, and we scrimmed it to where if we lose that first fight, we swap the ball. And I had trouble getting in for my engagements, which made it trouble for Matt Dizzle and the rest of the team to follow up on my engagements, because as you saw, they were constantly checking the corners, booping me with Diva and Lucio, and 7 turns were slowing me down and making sure I couldn't play. So it made it hard for me to get in. It made it hard for Matt Dizzle and Tracer to get in. And in general, it was difficult. And we looked at it early on. We probably should have played Farah.
I feel like Farah really did have a significant effect on this game throughout all the way there. Whether or not it's just the simple presence and then kind of forcing the hand of the other side, whether that's hit scans or more. Yeah, we see plenty of Baptiste play. Not a character that can generally get it done by themselves. But hey, you heard it here first. Ehud, want to thank you again for coming on in, giving us a minute of your time after the game, and congratulations again on your 3-1 victory. Now I want to ask if you have any shout outs before we wrap you on up and get you on out of here.
I want to shout out my entire team. They all played really good. Could have been there without them. Our DPS line did really good. Support line really stepped up. I want to shout out my brother who's watching this right now, and also my mom.
There you go. So see the brother and the mom there. DPS first and supports. We supports. You see this drive, we're always last on the shoutouts list. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm just kidding around. Congratulations again to your Louisiana Tech squad. They'll be moving on in here to the playoffs. Congratulations to you specifically, Ehud, as well, after some fantastic tank play here against Florida Atlantic squad.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem. We'll maybe see you again here, but we only get interviews in the winners box. So only winners in the old interview box. But yes, we are back here onto Caster's desk as well. And Dryad, with that, I believe we have reached my least favorite part of any broadcast. Of course, is the end. Do you have anything else for the good people before we tell them good night and bid them adieu?
Yeah, I mean, just keep an eye on not only Overwatch, but all the matches. We don't have many, but we still have some matches left for across a lot of different games that we see here in ECAC. So it's been really nice to see even this playoff stages and the improvement that all the teams have done and the changes that they brought to the table. So just definitely just keep an eye on what's next.
Yeah, and what is next but a whole lot of continued playoff performances between Overwatch now here. There's some Rocket League coming at you. There's a lot still left in this semester, this collegiate season for the ECAC. That's the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference. I am FBI Tugboat. I've been joined today with my co-caster Dryad. There you go. I got it this time. There you go. And this has been an absolute blast. EMP Live Designs. Huge shout out to them on production. Shout out to Colton and to Reef as well, producing away and making our jobs as casters just so much easier. And we do appreciate that, because without our production, Dryad and I are just two crazy people screaming in their rooms about a video game. We will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
The doors guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cards is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just